In this session, we're going to go over some of the overall question settings. I'm currently in the Build and Edit tool, and I'm going to click on Q2 here on the side. This is a checkbox question. I'm going to add some responses. So right now I have this checkbox question with 6 total responses. So here, what I want to do is randomize these options. To do so, I'm going to click on the gear icon on the top right of my question card, and I'm going to scroll down to Custom Response Order. I'm going to toggle that on. Once I have this on, by default, every item in this response list is being randomized. As you can see, punches 5 and 6 are other and a none, respectively. So most likely, I am going to want to anchor the other and the none at the bottom. To do so, I can go to the Add Randomization Group section under the Custom Response Order. In the From, I'm going to select 5, meaning punch 5, 2, 6 for punch 6, so that it accounts for the other and the none, and I'm going to add this group. By doing that, these two particular options are going to be linked together 100% of the time. So I created a subgroup within my response list. So 5 and 6 are now always going to be together. Now you can see in this randomization summary that I have the button that says Shuffle is on by default, meaning that these two items, 5 and 6, are also shuffled. So I could see it as other than none, or none and then other. If I wanted to, I can click on this linear option, which will make this always appear as other first and none second. So meaning in the programmed order. So that accounts for the items within these two buttons. Shuffle and linear account for the items within this grouping. The padlock at the end is currently opened or unlocked, meaning that this group, overall group, is being randomized between all the others. So 5 and 6 could appear between 1 and 2, 3 and 4, anywhere randomly within these other options. If I wanted to now lock this group that I've created in its program position, I'll just click on the padlock to lock it. So now this grouping of 5 and 6 will always be at the bottom in their program position. Most people always ask, do I now have to account for options 1 through 4? The answer is no. You do not have to do that because you're now taking care of the grouping of 5 and 6 by default. You can still, if you wanted to, select options 1 through 4 and create a from 1 to 4 randomization group, but you do not have to, if all you're trying to accomplish is just anchoring the other and the none. If you wanted to, for example, keep options 1, 2, and 3 together, I can select 1 to 3, add the group. So now 1, 2, and 3 are always going to be together. Maybe I still want them randomized, so shuffle is still on, but I do not care where they appear within the rest. So 1, 2, and 3 could appear again in between 4 and 5, or 5 and 4 because it's randomized. So they're always just going to be together, but they're going to be randomized within themselves. I can create another subgroup within. So for example, maybe I want 2 and 3 to always be together. You can see that there's a bit of an indentation here because it's a subgroup of the one level higher. So I can also control that. So now 1, 2, and 3 are always together, but 2 and 3 are always together, and if I want them to go 2 and then 3, I can do that as well. Because of the grouping of them together, you could have option 1 and then 2 and 3, or options 2 and 3 followed by 1. And you still have the padlocks available too if you want to lock them in their program positions. This has been the basics of adding a randomization to a question.